You see a post like that, and your stomach just drops. Hey friends, Alex here. Does that feeling sound familiar? That quiet, sinking feeling in your chest when you realize your friends seem to have it all figured out. They started saving in their 20s. They bought that stock you were just watching. And you feel like you're standing at the starting line of a marathon, but the race already started an hour ago. It's the too late feeling. It's a heavy weight. It's the voice in your head that whispers, "You've missed the boat. The magic of compounding is gone for you. Why even bother starting now?" If you have ever, even for a second, felt that way, then this video is for you. Because today, we're not just going to talk about how to catch up. We're going to talk about why that feeling of being behind might just be the biggest lie you've been telling yourself. So why is this too late feeling so powerful? Why does it feel so paralyzing? It's because when we start later in the game, our brains tend to fall into three very common, very human mental traps. Once you can see these traps for what they are, you can begin to escape them. First, there's what I call the perfect plan paralysis. When you're young, you can afford to make mistakes. You throw a few dollars at a stock, you learn a lesson, you move on. But when you're in your 30s or 40s, the stakes feel higher. This isn't play money, this is your family's future. So you feel this immense pressure to find the perfect investment, the perfect strategy, the perfect time to start. You spend weeks, months, even years researching, convinced that the perfect answer is just one more article away. But the perfect plan doesn't exist. And in the search for perfection, we achieve the absolute worst result, doing nothing at all. The second trap is the comparison game. This one is brutal. We look at our friend who bought Apple stock in 2005, or our colleague whose parents helped them buy a house a decade ago. We see their finish line and we compare it to our starting line. It's a completely unfair race that we can never win. We're comparing their highlight reel to our behind the scenes. This constant comparison doesn't motivate us, it just deflates us, making our own hill feel impossibly steep to climb. And the third trap, this one is the sneakiest. It's the misunderstood math of compounding. We've all seen the charts, right? The ones that show if you had just invested $100 a month from age 20, you'd be a millionaire. These charts are meant to be motivational, but for those of us starting later, they feel like a judgment. They scream, "You missed it, the magic is gone." But here's the secret those charts don't tell you. They completely ignore the most powerful weapon that you, as a late starter, now possess. And that weapon is your secret advantage. For years, I was haunted by the math I had missed. The years of compounding I could never get back. And then, one day, I had my own aha moment. I was looking at my family's budget, feeling that same old anxiety. But then, I saw it. I wasn't the same 25-year-old I was trying to compete with. I was a completely different player, and I was playing a better game. I realized that as a late starter, I had three secret advantages. Three superpowers that a 25-year-old could only dream of. Advantage number one, your shovel is bigger. When you're in your 20s, you're usually working with a small shovel. You might only be able to save $100 or $200 a month. But in your late 30s or 40s, you're likely at or near your peak earning years. Your shovel is a bulldozer. The amount of capital you can deploy each month is exponentially greater. And let me tell you, the size of your contribution often matters far more than the length of your runway. You can make up for lost time simply by shoveling more and faster. Advantage number two, you know where you're going. Investing without a goal is just financial tourism. A 25-year-old might be saving for the future, a vague, distant concept. But you have clarity. You know exactly what you're saving for. A down payment on a bigger house, a specific retirement lifestyle, your kids' college education. Your goals are real, tangible, and they give your investment plan a powerful why. This clarity protects you from chasing trends and making emotional decisions. And advantage number three, the most important one, you've earned your wisdom. You've lived, you've made mistakes. not just in finance, but in life. You're no longer impressed by get-rich-quick schemes. You value stability over excitement. You understand that the slow, steady path is almost always the winning path. This isn't a weakness. This is your ultimate superpower. You have the emotional maturity to stick with a plan, to ignore the noise, and to let your system do the work. So you're not behind. You just showed up to the race with a better car, a clearer map, and a wiser driver. Now, let me show you the blueprint for that car. All right, let's open up the blueprint. What is this lazy 3-fun system that allows you to catch up without adding more stress to your life? It's called lazy for a reason. It's built on the powerful idea that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. We're going to stop trying to be clever and start being wise. This system is composed of just 3 core building blocks. 3 simple, low-cost, and incredibly powerful ETFs that, when combined, give you a diversified ownership stake in the entire global economy. The first and largest part of our blueprint is the growth engine, the US total stock market. This is our foundation. For most of us in the US and Europe, our home market is the one we understand best, and it's the engine of global innovation. Instead of trying to pick the next winning company, we're going to buy all of them. A US total stock market ETF gives you a small piece of thousands of companies, from the giants like Apple and Amazon to the small up-and-coming businesses you haven't even heard of yet. We're harnessing the power of the entire American economy in a single, low-cost investment. This will be the workhorse of our portfolio, typically making up about 50% to 60% of our total investment. The second block is the diversifier, the international total stock market. As powerful as the US economy is, we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. Great companies and great growth are happening all over the world. An international stock market ETF gives us ownership in thousands of top companies across developed and emerging markets in Europe, Asia, and beyond. This adds a crucial layer of diversification. If the US market has a slow decade, the rest of the world might pick up the slack. This part typically makes up about 20% to 30% of our portfolio. And the third final block is the stabilizer, the total bond market. This is our sleep well at night fund. Think of this as the anchor for our financial ship. Stocks provide the growth, but they can be volatile. Bonds are different. They're generally much more stable. When the stock market is in a panic, bonds are often the calm in the storm. They don't provide huge returns, but that's not their job. Their job is to reduce risk and protect our portfolio from severe downturns, giving us the courage to stay invested. For someone in their 40s, this might make up about 10% to 20% of the portfolio. And that's it. That is the entire blueprint. A US stock fund, an international stock fund, and a bond fund. No complexity, no guesswork. Just a simple, powerful, and globally diversified machine ready to work for you automatically for decades to come. Okay, a blueprint is a beautiful thing, but it's useless if it just stays on paper. The biggest mistake people make at this point is trying to do everything at once. They try to pick the perfect platform, the perfect percentages, the perfect funds, and they get overwhelmed all over again. We're not going to do that. We are going to take one simple action step, today, right after this video. This step won't take you more than 15 minutes, but it is the single most important step in your entire journey. It's the first step to making this real. I want you to forget about ETFs, forget about brokerage accounts for a moment. I want you to grab a piece of paper or open a blank note on your phone, and I want you to answer one question. What is my on-track number? Your on-track number is simply the amount of money you need to be investing every month to make your catch-up plan a reality. You don't need a fancy calculator. Start with a simple goal. Can you save and invest 15% of your pre-tax income? So if you make $6,000 a month, your on-track number is $900. If you make $10,000 a month, it's $1,500. Just find that number, write it down, stare at it. It might seem scary, it might seem impossible, that's okay. This isn't your final exam, it's your starting point. This number is now your compass. It is the fuel your machine will need. And just by knowing it, just by making it real, you've already taken the first and hardest step. You've moved from "I feel behind" to "I have a target," and that changes everything. It's easy to get obsessed with that number, that monthly savings target, that final retirement goal. We think that once we hit a certain number in our account, a switch will flip and we'll finally feel secure. We'll finally be happy. But I want to share the most important lesson I've learned on this journey. The real goal isn't the number. It never was. The real goal is a feeling. It's the feeling of being on track. It's the quiet confidence that washes over you when you know you have a system working for your family's future, even when you're not thinking about it. It's the freedom to be truly present in your own life. It's the peace of mind that allows you to enjoy a Saturday afternoon with your kids without a part of your brain worrying about what the market did on Friday. It's the ability to sleep well at night. That feeling? That is the real return on your investment. The numbers are just the tools we use to get there. So I want you to hear this loud and clear. Forget the charts you saw when you were 25. Forget what your friends are posting on social media. Your journey is not their journey. You're not behind, you're not late. You are right on time. Because you are starting now, with more wisdom, more clarity, and a bigger shovel than you've ever had before. You have everything you need to get on track. If this video helped you feel even a little more hopeful today, do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you're ready to take the next step on your own journey, make sure you subscribe because we have so much more to build together. Finally, if you know someone else who's feeling behind, share this video with them. Let them know they're right on time too. Now that you have the blueprint, my very next video will break down the simple system that lets you manage all of this in just 1 hour a year. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for being here. You've got this.